My name is Rich. I'm a scientist, a university lecturer in chemistry, and I'm 43 years old. It's always quite a challenge to transform. Yeah, it's not easy. You have to face up to things. It isn't just about him telling you what to do. A lot of it is about him actually making stuff happen for you physically in your body. So he's worked a lot on me some more understandable ideas like just loosening up tight muscle. Everyone generally has a bit of that to some degree, or a lot of it, or different parts. And that, of course, affects your posture. All the blocks prevent flow, and he frees up the blocks. They go away, the flow happens. You just connect with the world. Everything just flows better. That sort of whole idea that people are tall and thin, or they're sort of bulky and heavy, that's purely a function. Well, there's some genetic component, sure, but a lot of it is just how you use your body. And by lifting up and getting thinner, and you just become more open and free, and you just look thinner. You don't even lose weight, but you just get thinner automatically. I've had to change belt sizes at least, well, lots of times. There's some more understandable things like posture, which is one of Ray's strengths. He knows a lot about that. It's a pretty complicated area, and it isn't just about keeping your shoulders back or up or back straight. There's a lot of connection between every part of your body that he's really taught me a lot about, and I now have a great awareness of how my posture should be. Health improves. You have a great awareness of just how your body moves and behaves, so you just can avoid anything that might cause a problem more readily. You're more alert to it. Another very telling one for me was eyesight. Posture does connect to eyesight, and my eyesight has improved. I used to be short-sighted, and I'm by no means completely perfect, but I'd say my eyesight's improved I'm more than halfway, 2/3 of the way to where I was, to normal eyesight, I mean. So a lot of it's about neck posture, tension in the neck. I think the liver is somehow important for the eyes. I don't really understand how, but a lot of just general health and a lot of posture, and also tension, being stressed, not getting stressed, hardly ever getting stressed, taking a lot to get stressed. That connects with eyesight. And of course being open to the world and not being so withdrawn. That also contributes to short-sightedness. I mean, injuries, of course, posture physically, you're just much less vulnerable to those because they are a result from tense muscle or misaligned joints and this sort of thing, which wears away the bones. So you're much less prone to those, and you're more flexible and yielding if some trauma does happen physically. So I used to sprain my ankles all the time, and I haven't sprained my ankle for I forget now, 6, 7. I mean, since I started, basically, once I became aware that I was rolling out of my foot. I mean, so many people don't have the right foot posture on the ground, and that is a really important thing to get right, because everything else is a consequence of how your feet make contact with the ground. So that was kind of, you could say, an easy thing for Ray to fix, because it was so obvious. I mean, it wasn't obvious to me, of course, at the time, but now I know, and now I can see pulled muscles, ligaments, general well-being, of course, because a lot of it is working on your organs, the vital organs that do everything for you and detoxify. If the intestines, I mean, they're a huge one to loosen up. Most people have sagging intestines and don't realize it. Gravity, I mean, the whole thing about gravity, everything starts to go down. Posture, your face, all these things, skin, and yet with the right posture you can really overcome that. It doesn't have to be that way. Muscle tension, expression, interactions with people. I mean, that's a big one. In terms of when you lose the blocks, you lose the inhibitions. The whole idea of being introverted or extroverted, that all becomes irrelevant in a way. You just connected with the world. There's no need to. You just naturally sometimes you feel extroverted and you're really out of it. Go out of it, all out. And other times you just feel calm and quiet and you just don't want to be bothered by the world. So it just varies in a fairly natural way. It'll be valuable to have in the future. That's all I can say. At anyone's future, and in any time, and especially now, of course. That's the only future any of us have.